All right, so I'm so excited to have you guys all here. This is the first time using this app, guys. So this isn't the first time doing a new coach training, but this is the first time using this app because we really wanted to just kind of try something new. We know a lot of people these days, everybody's not on Facebook, okay? So as you're continuing to grow your team and add new coaches, you might be finding people from Instagram or just anywhere, just out in public, things like that, and people might not be on Facebook. So our goal here was to really just try a new avenue, and I've heard great things about this app so far. I'm loving it. I'm kind of learning it as I go along, clearly, but I love it. My husband used it, and a lot of people that I know use it, so they've kind of been giving me tutorials and things of that nature. So bear with me a little bit as we're kind of getting this all set up. And just know that this is, you guys are the first, so this is the first class of, slackers, I guess we can call ourselves, because that's what the name of the app is, but we're not. And we're going to learn a lot of stuff in here. But just bear with me as far as the technical stuff. And so far, so good. There's not been any glitches yet, but that's kind of where we're coming from as far as why we're moving our trainings. If you've been on any of them before or you've experienced it, this is why we're moving it to the app. Because there's several people now that don't use Facebook. So that's the only reason we're moving in here. And I actually really like the interface. So rather than having to go through like text messages or emails where there's like a million in a row that you might have missed, this gives us a really good opportunity to kind of compartmentalize the different topics that we're going to be going over in this training. So I just wanted to super quick go through that with you guys because I know people hop on and they're like, whoa, what does hashtags mean and what does this mean and all that? First of all, don't get overwhelmed. This team is the most open, welcoming, will help you, will encourage you, will support you, all of that. So if you have questions, that's what this is all about, okay? Don't sit there and feel like, oh my gosh, and take 5 hours to answer or find the answer to a question, especially about this app or this training, if you can just ask it. So I'm gonna go over super quick what the, I'm on my computer, so I can put it up on my phone now. And if you guys want to, you can also, for the new people that just hopped on, if you don't mind, in the bottom left, there's like a mute button. If you don't mind just clicking the mute button, that would be great, just because I can hear some background noise. No big deal. But anyway, so I'm going to open up my channel so I can quickly go over this stuff with you guys. If you've been kind of looking at it and a little bit overwhelmed, anything like that, good. You should be, because I was when my husband was helping me set it all up. It can be a little bit overwhelming, but now that I've kind of like looked at it, I'm like, really, guys? What you want to really do is look at the channels as topics. So basically just switch channels to topics, and that's pretty much what it is. So basically each topic that we're going to be covering in this new coach training has a channel. And the really cool thing about that is that rather than, again, trying to go through emails or messages or this group or this forum or to find different answers, it's all going to be compartmentalized into one channel. So these are the different channels that we're going to be going through. The first thing that you guys, you already saw the announcements. The announcements posts are going to be things that I can just post in there that I want everybody to see. So generalized announcement, like something like this, or the introducer post, self-post, things like that are just general announcements for everybody to see. Okay. The next one, which is something you can do now, you can do anytime because it's on your own, at your own pace, is learning your back office. Okay. All of the things are in there. It might seem boring. It might seem but do it. Okay. Learn how to use your back office. That's the first thing you have to do before anything else. So you're setting up your website, you're setting up your EFT, and you're kind of just learning to navigate your back office. And also in that channel, you'll be able to see how to share a cart. So basically what share a cart is basically that's how you set people up. So as you're getting going, make sure you have your back office set up, you have your EFT set up, which is how we get paid. We get paid weekly. Every Thursday, we get direct deposit into our account. And it'll also just show you how to navigate. Like there's so many awesome tools in our back office. So just take a little bit of time. That can be done on your own. All of the information is there. If you have questions, again, on that topic, go ahead and ask it right in that channel. If you want to tag somebody, your coach, to make sure they see it, you can do that too. Just use the @ symbol, and then all of the people that are in the group will pop up. You can feel free to do that as well. But that's the learning your back office. Don't skip over it just because we're not talking about it too much, because it's more of a at your own pace. Just make sure that you go through those videos. They're awesome. And they're actually new. So if you're a newer coach, that is new. That they literally just came up with that, I feel like, within the past couple of weeks, and it's really streamlined. There used to be like 40-minute videos. Who has time to go through a 40-minute video? No. Now they're like 5 or 10 minutes, and they're like right to the point. So it's really, really simple to follow. And Share a Cart is awesome. It makes it really easy to sign people up. So go through that one on your own. And then the first topic that we're going to cover in this group is going to be and again, I'm not going to go specifically through it because, again, I told you guys I would keep this really short and sweet. But the first thing that we're going to cover, so if you want to go ahead and go through this one too tonight, is Success Club, okay? And obviously, anyone that's been a coach for a while is going to know that we can talk about this topic forever, and we're going to, but not right now. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, okay? That is basically your first goal and your every month goal from day one till day 3,000,001. A Success Club is the first benchmark as a coach, as a new coach, as a veteran coach, as any coach, okay? And if you go into this, a lot of these channels already have some information in there because I wanted to kind of get people going. Hey, if you're a runner and you go through Success Club and you're like, okay, cool, got that. I'll go on to the next thing. Okay, how do I share my story? I want some tips on how to share my story. Cool, go into that channel, take a look. Don't feel like you have to stay on pace with the group, but I don't also want people to feel overwhelmed and like they're missing something. So we're going to be taking at least one day to cover each of the topics. So if you can't get to it, guys, but if I start posting it or one of the other coaches in here starts posting information in a channel at 9 o'clock, but you can't get into the app until noon or 2 o'clock, that's okay. You'll just catch right back up and it'll be all the information will be in that one specific channel. So you're not going to be, oh my gosh, I can't check it at exactly 9 or I can't be on exactly, it doesn't matter. It's kind of like a self-paced training thing, but we like to do it this way so that when you do have questions, when you are able to check in on it, just ask. Go through the materials, ask questions. Don't be shy. That's what this group is about. The number one thing about our team, guys, is that we are super supportive. Okay, you can ask any single person on the team a question and they're going to answer it for you. So if, for whatever reason, if, someone's not responding right away to one of your questions, just you can even put it in the open chat and tag somebody. So just kind of get used to navigating it and just know that it's not an overwhelming thing, guys. This is what we like to do for our new coach training is to really, I don't want to say give the basics, but we don't like to get people overwhelmed, okay? That's why we only kind of narrow it down to these few topics that we feel are the most important as a new coach. I mean, they're really the most important as a new coach and a veteran coach, but these are kind of the steps that you're going to take. These are what you're going to focus on as you're starting. Of course, you're still going to focus on it later, but we don't want to overwhelm anybody. But if we're in a topic and you have okay, cool, I totally understand that Success Club thing. I want to learn a little bit more. Post it in the channel and ask. Okay, that's cool. That's great. We all want people to learn more, even more than we have. And we're kind of going to take it by all of you guys. So if we feel like you want more information in a specific topic, then we can do that. But we're going to kind of take it slow. And we're going to take it at all of your guys' paces. So just know that. And again, don't feel like, oh my God, I'm missing everything because I'm at work all day. Most of us are. So just remember that. Like a lot of us, most of the people on our team do work, or, we have a million kids. So we're running around and we're doing, taxi driving and all that kind of stuff. So nobody is sitting here all day like this, like looking at everything like live. It's not happening. So don't feel as though you're left behind or anything like that because you take it at your pace. Okay. The next thing that we're going to be going through is, again, so you're talking about Success Club because we want everybody to have a benchmark goal each and every single month. We think that's really important to have something to work towards. Okay. So that's Success Club, and we're going to be going over all that tomorrow. But if you have time tonight, go through that channel, take a look, watch the video that's in there. You'll understand what Success Club is pretty quickly. So when we do talk about it a little bit more tomorrow, you'll kind of have a background knowledge of it. And then we're going to jump into sharing your journey, which again is pretty self-explanatory. We're going to talk about the best ways to kind of share your story because as a coach, again, guys, we don't have a storefront. Most of us don't have websites. So our storefront, the way that we share with people and let people know what we're doing is by social media. So we're really going to talk about how the best way to kind of share your story, share what you're doing, entice people to do it with you, and how we're going to inspire people as we go along. So that's the sharing your journey. And then we're going to do inviting because as you're sharing, because they kind of go in a nice order. So as you're sharing your story and as you're, bits and pieces of what you're doing, and again, we'll talk about details, you're also going to be wanting to start inviting people to join you, okay? And all of this might sound overwhelming at first because it is. It's like, oh my gosh, there's so much to learn. But if you really boil it down, guys, to here's what I should be doing. Being in my challenge group, learning how to, the nutrition, the workouts, focusing on my own journey first. That's always number one priority, okay? Sharing about it and inviting people to do it with you. It's really a natural progression because you start to fall in love with feeling good. You want to share about it. You want to invite people to do it because you want them to feel as good as you do. If you have friends and family, you want to invite them to do anything that you're loving. You know what I mean? Whether it's a new restaurant or a new hairstylist or whatever the case may be, you want to shout it from the rooftops. You want to tell people about it. You want to invite them to do it. So really think of it like that, because too many people get, you know, kind of lost in the whole, oh my gosh, I don't want to feel like I'm selling something, or I don't want to be annoying or any of that stuff. It's a mindset shift, whereas this is what you're loving, this is what you're feeling great about, and you want other people to do it with you. So we're going to kind of talk about different things like that as we go along, and really just how to share it in a way where you feel like you're sharing your story rather than selling a product, okay? So that's the first three. And then the last thing that we're going to cover is the first rank that you're going to want to get to. So that's called Emerald rank. A lot of people on this call are Emerald rank that I'm looking around, or higher. And again, guys, we're going to take it at the pace of the group, because there's the next rank too. But again, I don't want people to get overwhelmed and think, okay, rank, this next Success Club goals. I want this group to really, really be about learning from one another, getting to know each other, building confidence in, you know, sharing our story and sharing our journey and being able to invite people, really the fundamentals of being a coach. Because if you don't have that and you don't learn that now, everything else is going to be so much harder. So that's like the biggest goal of this little intimate new coach training, because a lot of of you guys are pretty new. You know, maybe you're not brand new to Beachbody or brand new to the programs or the challenge groups, but you might be brand new to coaching, and you're nervous and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to, you know, put myself out there. Like, believe me when I tell you this, you're probably in the same shoes as every single one of us, either right now or we've been in those shoes at one point. So that's really the goal of this group, is to just help you guys, you know, gain confidence, to feel comfortable. And the really cool thing about this team too, guys, is that you'll always have support. So a lot of times, like when I was first starting, which I was going to tell you guys a little bit about myself, but I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. But when I first started, I was literally a one-man show. Like, I was by myself, just kind of figuring it all out, like hoping for the best. And I kind of just, I don't know, put myself out there, and I didn't have as much support. But now with this team, if you do a post, or you do your coming out post, or, you know, things like that, like announcing that you're a Beachbody coach, you're going to get support, because you're going to get support from all of us, you know, with your post and your sharing and things like that. And if you don't, or if you feel like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm really nervous, post it in here. Okay. Post it in the open chat and like, well, how does this sound? You know, like, I would love feedback on this. Like, what do you guys think? How would you word this differently? Like, what do you think of this picture? Use this team, this group, that. Okay, because to me and to all of the leaders on this call, that is the most important thing. It's not learning how to get to Success Club, learning how to hit Emerald rank, getting to Diamond rank. It's learning how to share your story with confidence. Okay, that's what this whole group is for, to build the confidence, build the community, and know that you have the support of all of us, not just your coach, not just your team, but the entire core crew team. Okay, so just to give you guys a really quick background, I'm looking at the time too. But just to give you guys a really quick background, the way that this team is set up, because you might be thinking, who are you? Because you might not even know who I am, because you may have signed up with another coach, which is totally cool, and that's awesome. But my name is Carrie, clearly, and I am the founder of the Core Crew coach team, which is the family team. And there's several other like awesome, amazing leaders and teams within the Core Crew, which is what makes it absolutely amazing and incredible. And there's more and more leaders being generated every single month, more teams. So basically the way that it works is, you know, when you start a team and you start developing leaders on your team, they start creating their own teams. So just to give you guys an idea, like I said, this is the Core Crew, but there's several other amazing coaches within it, coaches and teams within the Core Crew team. So you not only joined your coach's team, but you joined your coach's team and all of the coaches that are in this family. We are super lucky. I don't want anyone to take that for granted, because like I said, when I started, it was me. So when I had a question, I put up Google or I went to the back office, and it took me a lot longer to find all of these answers. So that's why with all these trainings and webinars and things like that we offer now, I've kind of figured it out and hopefully created a smoother process for other people. So as you guys are going through this is also going to be an opportunity for you guys, because when I was starting to generate a team, I was so scared to ask people to join my team as a coach, because I didn't have anything to invite them to. I was kind of like, you want to be a coach and just help people? You know, like that's literally like, I didn't have like the community, I didn't have the trainings, I didn't have the systems in place. So as you guys are going through this yourselves, think about how you can also, as you start growing your team, help other people, you know, and know that these resources are available. So it's not just you out on your own. Like you have this entire team, you have the whole community, and you have all these different trainings. We do these once a month. So we do new coach trainings once a month. So all the new coaches that are joining us can have a community and learn together as a team. So as you're learning, another goal of this group, guys, is for you guys to build community and to maybe find, you know, kind of like accountability buddies, you know, especially as you're starting, you're new. So keep an eye out for that. You know, if you kind of like vibe with somebody, or if you're like, oh, cool, you're kind of in my shoes, or you're similar to me, or something like that, feel free to direct message them. You can do that right through the direct message app, and just say, hey, I have a question for you. What do you think of this? You know, something like that. So keep that all in mind. And so does anybody have any questions before I keep babbling on and on and on? Comments, feedback, thoughts, anything like that? Don't be shy, guys. That's what we're here for. You're up late. Got a little lady on here. Does everybody understand the channels? Like, honestly, you guys got to tell me the truth, because we got to make sure that, I mean, they're literally, like, as I was setting them up, I'm like, oh my God, how do I do this? And how do I do that? But now that they're all there, it's kind of like, just look at them as topics. You know what I mean? And in the Start Here channel, it is, there's a graphic in there that says 1, 2, 3, 4, so you can see the order in which we're going to go through everything in case you need a reminder. Just go back there. It doesn't really matter, guys. You can jump around. The information's there. So if you want to learn about Emerald Rank, go ahead. Click on Emerald Rank. You'll know exactly, because you're like, okay, if you're a very goal-oriented person, you're like, all right, I want my first promotion. I want my first rank advancement. How do I get there? Go into the channel. Don't feel as though you can't skip ahead, you can't go back and forth or whatever. And then if you have a question, post it in there, okay? Because other people will get the notifications as they're being posted. If you turn your notifications on, we'll get the notifications, and we'll answer your questions. It doesn't matter. You can hop around. Questions. So example, you'll announce that we'll discuss it. Yes. Exactly. So tomorrow, yes, exactly. So anytime like, a lot of the information's there already, guys, because I wanted to kind of get people started in case people wanted to jump ahead. But, excuse me, we're going to be posting a little bit more. And the really big goal of this group too, guys, is, again, to help. So if you have like, oh my gosh, like, does anybody have okay, what's working for you right now? Like, what are you guys using to invite people? Like, ask, you know what I mean? Ask in the channel. Like, we'll have script ideas, but it doesn't matter. You might be thinking, or maybe something's really working for you, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is like the perfect invite. It's really getting a lot of responses. People are really relating to it. Post it in there. Like, maybe people will be able to use it like a sample. Like, I never am a big, okay, copy this verbatim, but I think using things that are like inspiring, like, oh, that's a great idea. Like, I didn't think of it like that. You know, if you're going for, hey, let's, you know, I don't know, set the stage for 2020, and you have this great idea of an invite, and people are like really responding to it. Feel free to share it in the inviting channel and be like, guys, this is really working for me. Just thought I might share it with you, or if you have a picture or a graphic or something like that, post it and share it. It's loud here. Oh, that's okay. I don't mind chatting. What about anybody else? Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody, comments, thoughts? Is everybody excited? Everybody ready to learn? Is anybody overwhelmed? I mean, I hope not. And if you are, that's okay. Because here's the thing, guys, and this is what I always tell people. If it makes you a little bit nervous, then that's good. That's exciting. That means that you're doing the right thing. That means you're on the right path, because everything worth having is a little bit hard, right? It's a little bit scary. It's going to be scary. Sucks sometimes putting yourself out there. Of course it does. But that's what's going to make people want to join you, right? You can't just say you're a coach and then you have to share the stuff. You know what I mean? Like the good, the bad, the ugly, the hard, all of that as you're going along. It's going to be scary at times. It's not easy to build a business, to build a team, to do all that kind of stuff, but it's awesome and it's worth it. Like, that's the biggest thing that I can say. We like the new app. Okay, good. Awesome. I like this app too. I think it's really more streamlined. You won't get lost in the shuffle. You won't, and if there's people that aren't on here right now, because I know there's a ton of people that aren't on here, or one of you guys as leaders have coaches, please just remind them that, because I've seen so many, oh my gosh, I'm late, I missed this, I missed that. Nobody missed anything. First of all, literally nobody missed anything, because we haven't started at all. We just did the introductions. I just wanted to do this group call because I wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page, but nobody missed anything. This is kind of a self-paced thing. We just like to have this because as you're getting started, if I would have had someone to like bounce ideas off of, it would have helped me a ton. So don't be shy. This is what you make of it. If you're just going to be there and be a fly on the wall and not take anything in or not share, or, you know, don't be a sponge, but also be a giver. You know what I mean? So if something's working for you, or if you're nervous about something, chances are somebody else is too. So if you post it, that might bring other people out to like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I wasn't the only one that felt that way. Like, or if you're getting a bunch of no's when you start your inviting, that's okay. Because you know what? We're all getting a bunch of no's. Like, that's like something that I'm like, I always have to make sure everybody understands that, because none of us are sitting there sending out 20 invites to people and 20 people are saying yes. That doesn't happen. I'm super pumped about it. I love how easy is that stuff. Cool. Awesome. Yes. Questions? I love questions. Always. I love questions. Because otherwise, guys, we don't really know if you're understanding everything, or if you're getting it, or if you're just getting overwhelmed, anything like that. So even if it's just a comment, like say, or even if you just comment in the inviting thread, guys, I just sent out 5 invites, feeling good, excited, something like that, just to kind of keep the engagement up, keep the energy up, and keep people engaged into the group, and just kind of making sure that we're all here and we're all on the same page. So it's been 21 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it up. If anybody else has any questions, type them in here, and you can unmute yourself at any time. Yeah, we have to do a picture too. I see Danielle's phone out, so of course Danielle's on it as always. But but I want to do Ivana's on it too. That's what I like to see. So I'm going to do something where I can do and get used to this, guys, because you know what? If you're a coach, you're sharing your face, you're sharing your selfies, and you're sharing what's going on. So don't be here. That's another thing I wanted to make sure that you understand, because when I first started, I'm like, I am not taking a selfie. I am not doing any of that stuff. Literally. And now I'm like, whoop, hold up. Let me share that. Let me take a picture. Let me post that on, like, because you have to, especially on stories. And we'll get into all of this. That's so easy. Take the picture, pop it up, you're good to go. You don't even have to have a clever post to go along with it. So it's fun. We'll learn it. It's going to be awesome. Don't get overwhelmed. Just look at it as an extra way of holding yourself accountable. You're already on your health and fitness journey. Why not share about it? Why not help other people build a business at the same time? And that's what we're doing here. So I'm going to do a boomerang. So has everyone's familiar with the boomerangs, right? So even if you're new, I'm sure you know what a boomerang is. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I know some people their videos aren't on, but that's okay. We'll get the people that do have it. So I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3, and then you guys, we can do something super fun or silly or whatever you want to do. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now I'm going to do a picture, and then I really will let you guys go because it's been 23 minutes. All right. But I can't help myself. Okay. So I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3. Okay. So is everybody cool? Everybody understands? Everyone's good with what we're doing? So after we hang up with this call, guys, go ahead and navigate the channels. You're probably in kind of work mode at this point now anyway. So navigate the channels. Learn how to work your back office. So after you get through it, guys, even if it's just to hold yourself accountable and to get other people like excited and engaged too, post in the channel and say all set. Just learned how to share a cart, or just set up my EFT, which is your direct deposit, whatever it is, post it in there. Like, that's exciting to all of us, and that will kind of generate other people's energy and the communication and things like that. So let's build a strong community. This is our November 2019 new coach class. So I think this is going to be awesome. I see huge things for a lot of you guys. I know not all of you are on the call, but anyone in this group. We all, as leaders, have been talking about this is going to be a super engaging, super exciting. You guys are motivated, ready to go, and we're excited to see what you guys do. And we're here to help you guys every step of the way. So please, please, please ask questions, post victories, post struggles in the channels, anything you want to do, and let's get going. Anybody have any questions? Or are we good to go? Good? All right. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. Bye.